So what's one of the things that we all complain about that we want to get fixed that's beyond stability and server problems that we have? That's right, it's the inventory system and the echoes, that jumbled junk of mess that's so hard to manage and mess with and sort and line up and understand what you're looking at. They're going to address that here in this update. So I did read a couple of the paragraphs that were up top, but I haven't gone over the actual patch notes because I wanted to do that with you guys here. So let's go ahead and jump into these patch notes. Starting from the top, this is from AS Solid Age, Inventory and Server Update. Hey everyone, we are currently in the process of finalizing some big changes to your inventory. We will begin a phased rollout over the next couple of weeks for everything. There is a lot below, so please read it all. Right now, when you enter Highlands, Lost Zones, or anywhere else in the game, the servers are loading your information in every other player's inventory that currently is unlimited. So they did that with Diablo 4 too and had some issues. This is incredibly taxing on these servers. It also is causing lots of lag and UI issues, resulting in a less than optimal experience for players when it's trying to load hundreds of points of data. So they're breaking this down in phases. Phase 1. Player inventory will be limited to 100 accessories and 300 echoes. Players can sell their accessories at Venge. We just want to do that for the gold. We don't even care about having an amount of accessories in there. Players can break down echoes into echo dust. That dust is then infused into your echoes. The dust system is currently 1-to-1, meaning an echo right now that infused gives you 150 XP. You'll get 150 dust. When you are close to the cap, you will receive a very large warning on the screen letting you know that you are at your limit. You cannot acquire any new items or echoes if you are at the limit. When you log in for the first time with this new system and a full inventory, you will have to sell dust. You won't lose what you have. In a future phase, we'll implement the ability to get a few items that would have otherwise been abandoned due to full inventory. In the future, we will be bringing this limit over to crafted housing items as well. Purchased items are exempt from this limit. Phase 2, you will only be able to access your inventory and swap weapons and characters at a signal fire or a skylight. So let's go ahead and jump over this real quick. So as players be able to sell your accessories at Venge, we've been looking forward to that. You know, right now we're having kind of some bug issues with it. I thought it was something that's coming in the content update. And maybe this patch here will also be in that update along with everything else that comes in that content update. Players can break down echoes into echo dust. This was something that was supposed to come into that echo version 2 system, and it looks like they pushed it forward a little bit so they can solve this problem. Apparently this is going to help stabilize the server, and that was something that they're kind of focusing on right now, and they figured if they do that, that'll help, you know, everything smooth out some. So when you are ready to close the cap, you'll receive a large warning on the screen. I wonder if we'll have like the raid warning messages from World of Warcraft. The beep beep. You hear, throw away little girl, throw away. When you log in for the first time with this new system and a full inventory, you will have to sell your dust or dust it. So if we have a full inventory that's over cap limit, we aren't going to lose anything that's in our bags already. We'll just have to sell what we already have before we can put more stuff in it or change it over into dust. It says they'll be able to kind of store new items like they do in Destiny. Like if you don't pick up an item, it'll be at the postmaster. And it looks like they're going to have something like that in the future. If you look around the world in Skylight, there are some little mailboxes there. So I wonder if they're going to have like a mail system eventually. And if that will be tied into that, like, oh, you have mail thing going on here where we have to go to those little mailboxes to pick up our lost items that may be left behind in the Lost Zones. It's a lost mailbox. In the future, we will be bringing this limit over to crafted housing items as well. Will we have a lot of crafted housing items like that? Now I'm really kind of curious to see how this housing is going to turn out, where we need to have 100 crafted items. Does that just mean like in our house, we only have 100 crafted items in our housing inventory, or just in our regular inventory? That should be expanded upon, I think. Phase 2, you will only be able to access your inventory and swap weapons characters at signal fire or skylight. A lot of people weren't really excited about this one right here from what I was seeing because they don't want to jump around the map in the Highlands. They're supposed to say that jumping around Highlands will probably take like 5 seconds at most. So we're going to run that test real quick on the screen so you can see if that works while I continue reading. We realize this is a new approach, but we know it's for the better. We've pulled the data of some of our most hardcore players that are experienced issues such as game crashes, disconnects, and UI lag. Using that data with these changes in place, there is a drastic reduction in lag, faster load times, less crashes, and overall performance gains across the board. So what they're saying is they took that data and they tested it to make sure it works like that, to see what was going on in a different server. We also have server changes that are going on this week and next that we hope to make a huge difference on their own and reduce some disconnects, but will result in larger improvements once the above inventory changes are fully rolled out. The point of early access is to learn about the game and what works and what doesn't, and this will be a version 1 of the system. Echo Dust was actually part of Echoes 2.0 on our roadmap that we have prioritized for both performance gains and also simplicity using your feedback, so keep it coming. Once live, we look forward to hearing about your experience and your thoughts on the changes. And then, you know, everybody has been exploding since. This is 2 o'clock my time. It's now 5:53. People have been talking about it all day on the Discord between those periods of time. This is kind of controversial. A lot of people like the change. Some people don't like the change. I think whatever helps people not get kicked is good, right? If it's going to actually help server stability, maybe it kind of sucks a little bit that we got to go to a signal flare in the future or skylight to change our accessories. Like, we kind of have to do that, from what I understand, in Warframe, where we have to go back to the ship, but all of our missions are loaded from the ship also, so we're just like on the ship the whole time. But I haven't really gone that far into Warframe. I know there's like some open world areas, but I digress from all that stuff. But still, no, it's kind of sucky. Signal fires are all over the place, so it's not like they're rare to find or hard to find. What do you guys think about this right here, these system changes? I always figured that it'll be one of those things where as soon as something gets fixed, people will find something else to not be happy about. Maybe it's the cause of the thing getting fixed that caused the other part not to get happy about. But as long as the focus is still allowing them to play the game, that's pretty good. All right, that's this video. Until next time, see you in the next video, which I have been recording. I've been editing the next video, but I had to stop to do this one. So, all right, peace.